I think this could be fixed. This is really not a big deal. In fact, I was wanting a lopsided target range anyways, so something like this might actually work out for the better part, you know? That way we can kind of, I don't know how the hell I'm kidding, this needs to be fixed. What's up YouTube? Welcome to the Gunmeister. Today we're going to be checking out the Remington 770 chambered to 7mm Remington Magnum. Now a lot of people frown on this gun because it's an inexpensive gun. But I'm going to tell you something. If you're looking to get into hunting or you don't want to spend a lot of money on a hunting rifle, don't give up hope because this can be a great gun. So with this gun, when you buy this gun, here's what you can expect. You're basically going to get the rifle. It has a magazine that comes with it, and this magazine, depending on what caliber you get, is going to hold anywhere from 3 to 4 rounds. Calibers that are available for this range anywhere from 243 all the way up to 300 Magnum. So really the sky's the limit on that. Let me talk a little bit about one of my favorite accessories I put on this gun really quick before we get too deep into this. This is a 7mm Remington Magnum. I'm not going to say it kicks like a donkey, but after 40 rounds you're going to know you've been shooting it. So what I've done is I've put the Control Solution muzzle brake on this thing. And I'm going to show you in just a minute what this does, but this reduces that recoil by an astronomical amount. You would not believe how awesome that thing is. When I first got this gun, the bolt on this gun was coated. And the problem is when you rack it back and you go to slide it in, it would do this and stick. It was really, really sticky, like hard to deal. So that was the biggest complaint and problem I've had with the gun, and 90% of everyone else has. There's a real simple solution for that. What you do, just take the bolt out, get yourself some 3000 grit sandpaper, and just polish this bolt right here. Once you do that, this bolt is absolutely smooth as glass. You're not going to have any problems at all. Even under rapid situations, in and out, in and out. You've got yourself a hell of a nice gun. Once I got this bolt taken care of, my scope sighted in, and these accessories, I could shoot this from the shoulder all day long with this muzzle brake. It doesn't bother me, and I'm accurate to probably 1 MOA at 200 yards on this thing. So with all that being said, we're going to run this. I want to show you what this muzzle brake actually does, and then basically we're going to blow the hell out of things. So let's go ahead and get to it. In my honest opinion, one of the best accessories you can add to your gun is a good muzzle brake. So this is a muzzle brake. It's made by a company called Control Solutions. The great thing with this is they make this for virtually any gun, any caliber. Even if you don't have a threaded barrel, these will work because they have them for threaded barrels, they have them for non-threaded barrels. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of tests. We're going to see how much recoil this has without the muzzle brake. Then we're going to put the Control Solution muzzle brake on it and shoot it again. That way you can see how much this actually takes off. It's amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shoot around like this. The duct tape is kind of a standard to show us where we start. We'll shoot it, and it should go slide back a little bit. We'll mark that to see how much it moves without the muzzle brake. Then we'll put the muzzle brake on and do it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in, chamber it up, and I'm just gonna scooch down like this. Not really gonna hold anything because I want the gun to scoot back on its own accord with recoil. So let's go ahead and shoot this and see what happens. Okay, so that damn near slid off the back of this table. Let's go ahead and put the muzzle brake on and see what that does. So now we have the Control Solutions muzzle brake put on the front, and these are real easy to put on. It's literally slides on the barrel. It's got a stop in there so you can't put it on too far, and then you just tighten these screws up and you're done. 7mm, 150 grain. I'm gonna do the same exact thing, and let's see what it does now. That's absolutely amazing, guys. That moved, what, 5 inches? And before, this thing was coming off the table. And now, you can literally shoot this thing from the shoulder all day long, and it doesn't bother you. So that's going to do a lot of things. One, when you shoot this, you're not going to be worried about the recoil knocking you into next week. And number two, it makes it a whole lot of fun. And in my opinion, that looks freaking badass. So that's what the Control Solutions does, guys. These are awesome. So now we got that worked out, let's do a couple tests with the Remington 770, put it through its paces, and see what she can do. So here's what we're going to do. I've got this set up. We're about 50-60 yards from these targets. I just want to show you the devastating power that the 7mm Remington Magnum has at this distance, also how accurate this gun is. So we're going to shoot the soda bottle on the left-hand side and just see what it does. And the other thing I want to show you guys, so you don't have to learn the hard way, is if you have the 7mm Remington Magnum and you're wondering if you can shoot your AR-500 at this range, don't do it. I'm about to show you why. So we're going to take 2 shots. We're going to hit the soda bottle, and then we're going to hit the AR-500 with the marker on it. Let's try the AR-500. All right, let's go see what happened. So if you have 3/8 AR-500 at your house and you're 60 yards with your 7mm Remington Magnum, don't do it. You're gonna get a hole right through it. Let's go ahead and back up to 100 yards and hit these 3 and hit this guy again and see what happens. All right, so we moved back to about 100 yards. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and shoot right to left. So we're gonna do soda bottle, water bottle, cantaloupe. Then I'm gonna put one on that AR-500 at 100 yards. Let's see what that does. Let's get to it. Evisceration, it's the name of the game. Cantaloupe thinks it's getting away. He's not getting away today. Last one on the AR-500. And then we'll go see how we did. Let's go check it out. If you're closer than 100 yards and you're shooting AR-500 3/8 with the 7mm, you're going to make a hole in it. If you're 100 yards or further back, you're probably okay as long as you can live with a ding in your target. But we've come to that critical moment in all the Gunmeister videos where it's time to spice it up. Let's proceed with the FSU tests. Come on. So we're going to spice it up and do a little penetration test. We know a 9mm will go through 8 or 9 of those. Let's see what the 7mm Remington Magnum will do. Check it. I believe that was a successful FSU test, and I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say that we made it through all of them. Let's go check out the aftermath. Guys, that 7mm Remington Magnum is so powerful, it's unbelievable. Look at this. I don't know where these were stacked in this pile, but you got little grays right there, which is pretty standard when you shoot these things. This one's got entry right here, exit right here. Again, pretty standard, but this is absolute carnage, man. Look at this. This can is just a total wreck. That one is. These are just completely and totally exploded. That 7mm is going so fast. It has so much power that it is absolutely just ripping through this stuff. Look at this one. Just blew. Look, you can see where that one went in right there. It came out right there and it still blew it out. Unbelievable. I'm starting to like this. But you know what? I think we can do a little better. Let's kick it up a notch. Come on. Alright guys, that last FSU was pretty good. We went ahead and kicked it up a notch and spiced it up a little more. Let's see what we can do with this. Fire in the hole. Well, that was interesting. Had I known it was going to do that, I'd have brought some marshmallows. Well, guys, that's it. Got some good hits on it. I was hoping it would go bang a little better than that. It is what it is. But you know what? We can't end the show like this. Let's see if we can try one more thing. All right, so that tank was a little so I think we can spice it up. And you know, here on the Gunmeister, we hate appliances. This one, we gotta get rid of it. It's full of mold and it's just nasty. Let's do it. Get rid of it. Run home. Fair. Very nice. Let's go check that out. So the only problem we ended up with is we had a small problem here with the shooting range. Nothing major, nothing we can't fix. But man, this was fantastic. We got shrapnel everywhere. It smells like propane and burning ass. It's fantastic. I will tell you one thing. I'm gonna give that Remington 770 a 5-star review on the FSU test. And once again, Hypershock binary targets, awesome. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Gunmeister. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, happy shooting. We'll see you guys next time on the Gunmeister. Probably going to need to pick up a fire extinguisher too.
You're not doing that around me again. Holy shit.
Well, next time something's flying at you, you got to get out of the way.